everyone, welcome to my channel. We just had a very optimistic and expansive full moon in Sagittarius at 2°55', which will influence us over the course of next 2 weeks. I wanted to speak briefly on what's the energy flow of that full moon because it stood in opposition to a stellium with Sun in Gemini, Venus entering Gemini and Jupiter entering Gemini, along with a positive influence from both Pluto and Neptune. So this is a very positive full moon, but it stands in opposition to everything that the Gemini season stands for, and we need to be in flow with this energy to make the full use of what gifts Jupiter-Neptune transit is about to leave us with. My name is Charu. I'm your host on this journey. Let's dig in. While most of the Sagittarius full moons do come with an extra dose of faith, it's a significator of faith that is infused in our emotions and our psyche. But this specific full moon can make the unbeliever also faithful. We start believe in magic of the moment, in coincidences, in signs, because this full moon specifically fills us with the innocence of expectations of time to come. There's an innocence to not just the full moon, but the sun that is opposing us. Sun is in Gemini at very early degrees. It is at the very degree of innocence, a childlike belief in possibilities of things to come. It seems that in order to receive the higher or the new blessings which are beyond human possibilities from the spiritual realms, we would require utmost faith in future. We would require a purity of heart which is ready to receive based on faith. It's shown in Sabian symbol, this degree, as Santa Claus furtively filling stockings hanging in front of the fireplace. In our innocence, we are laying down the groundwork for the blessings to come and magic to appear in our life of things which we simply alone cannot make happen on our own accord. At the same time, this decree very much warns of the analysis paralysis of things that we do during the Gemini season. Gemini is the significator of thinking mind, analyzing mind which looks at data, which looks at stats, which looks at feel it, touch it things, ideas which are concrete in some ways or can become concrete in some ways, the ideas which are based on facts. It looks at thought processes through that. But Sagittarius is the higher mind. Sagittarius is the mind which looks beyond what is currently available to us. It is based on faith. It is based on optimism. It looks at the higher mind. So when we have a full moon in which Pluto is taking a participation by being a positive influence to Sun in Gemini, we just had different personal planets being positively aspected with Pluto as Pluto stood still to go retrograde. That creates a keen mind, a mind that wants to find out what is going to happen, how will it happen, and does it make any sense? So we can have this analysis paralysis of the gifts which we know we are about to get as Jupiter is about to leave Taurus and move into Gemini. It's at the last degree, very last degrees of Taurus when it's supposed to leave some gifts for us, and that's when this analysis paralysis of Pluto kicks in during the Gemini season, because Pluto is making us do that, and it may be taking a bit of magic out of the Sagittarius full moon, which I want you to be warned about. It's said that even if we have the ability to see, even if we have the clairvoyance to see the future beyond the current moment, and which includes looking at astrology, looking at your own self, looking at your history, looking at the past, how you have behaved when something has been given to you, even if you have the ability to see beyond the current moment, you will kill the magic that universe is weaving in your life through this analysis paralysis. So just stop. Just do not at this moment overanalyze what's coming in your life. Universe is weaving a string of events through various people coming in, through various coincidences, through various spiritual gifts which are coming wrapped in sudden changes as Uranus has been transiting different planets. It's said that in that kind of a moment, you're required to cast sideways glances at the gifts that are coming or the things that are coming in your life. Since the sharply focused mind, it would almost make the magic vanish. It would make the apparition vanish. So essentially we move from our logical, analyzing, reading, self-driven Gemini mind to the Sagittarius plane of higher mind, in order for things which are beyond our current imagination, beyond our human scope, beyond our human ability to come in our life. Jupiter is making a sextile with Neptune, and they're together weaving those dreams together. Neptune is everything ethereal, everything out of this world, everything spiritual, everything creative, everything that you cannot see right now with your logical mind. And Jupiter is expanding that imagination. It is expanding our faith in the unseen. It is expanding our faith in spiritual, ethereal, helping us see both the positives in the people and the situations that are in front of us if we apply ourselves to do so. This is a sextile between these two planets, so there is a choice for us, a growth to be tapped into, which is not possible without us opting for that choice. The choice to have faith, the decision to have faith in the unknown, the decision to let yourself walk amongst the clouds, even if for a bit, without overanalyzing the moment as to why this feels good. It just does. If it feels good, go with the flow right now instead of overanalyzing it. Especially with the Jupiter-Neptune sextile in your creative ventures, there's a direction which they are taking, which you have to follow. And it's same in self-love, it's same in beauty. Jupiter is at the last degree of Taurus when this full moon happened. Jupiter in Taurus at the last degree is supposed to leave the gifts of consummation of Jupiter in Taurus, which is expansion of self-love, expansion of beauty, or at least the knowledge of the beauty within us and how to enhance the beauty outside. It's about pleasure. It's about enjoying life. It's about positivity in our self-worth, net worth, expansion of the concrete assets in our life. And Jupiter in Taurus was supposed to expand our ideas around all of them and give us opportunities around all of them. So as it is leaving the very last degree of Taurus during this full moon, it is required to leave some gifts on our doorsteps as it leaves, and there is a concrete consummation of efforts, some sort of solid concrete output of efforts which have been put in so far, which validates us, which validates our efforts in some ways. And even if for a very short moment, it might make us feel worthy of something bigger, we need to clutch on. We need to hang on to that. We need to hang on to that sense to build further with the support of Neptune on what's more possible for us. What more can we do with it? Sagittarius full moons, they're always about ideologies. It's a significator of your ideology, your higher mind, your faith, your ideals, your larger plans in life, the purpose of life. So Sagittarius full moon, which is expansive like that, is supposed to expand our purpose in life. It's supposed to stimulate our higher thinking so we can think bigger than where we are right now. It points to a shift in our thinking. And Neptune is giving a gentle nudge to this to move our ideology to a more positive plane. Sabian symbol, which shows this degree of full moon, represents it as wind, which is gently but repeatedly, rhythmically, through its own intensity, changing the deeper course of sea. Wind very gently in a very rhythmic motion changes the deeper course of seas. It shows the beautiful interplay between wind and sea. It's enticing, it's beautiful, it's even inspiring to see that the gentle rhythm of the wind can change the course of sea. Through the interplay of these ideologies which are beyond you, wind is a representative of that. It's the representative of things beyond you which are playing on you gently. And they're gently nudging you in a different direction. There is an external experience, an external person, an external ideology that we might find irresistible, thereby exposing ourselves. Because we are not able to let that go, we are exposing ourselves regularly to that rhythm. And we could find something deeper within us change as a result of that. Sabian symbol shows it as white capped waves which display the power of wind over the sea. This is a subtle but a very, very powerful shift. This is a very subtle but very, very powerful shift in our mindset, in our ideology, which in turn would change the higher goals, the long-term goals, the principles we live by, the ideals we live by, and hence the course of our life towards a higher realm, which our logical minds right now cannot comprehend. I would urge you to look at what kind of influences are coming in your life at this time with the Sagittarius full moon and see how they're subtly shifting your direction. But look at it with side glance and don't overanalyze it, because you'll kill the magic in it. You have to let things flow for a bit in this, at least while we can over the course of next 2 weeks before the Gemini new moon kicks in, which it will, and it will ask us to look at things on how to take this higher vision, this higher thought process, or this ideal or this higher goal to practical life. That's what I have for you today. Thank you for being with me. My name is Charu, and I have been your host on this journey.